is, after all.
Do you like men, or mixed feelings about men, or?
I definitely have mixed feelings about men. They just seem all so messed up. They really do. I mean, there are some really great ones, sure, I know that, but the ones I've been involved with, they just, I don't know. Maybe it's because where I've, how I've been raised and what my family life is, that I've just been picking these ones that are just have messed up families too, and
You tend to attract men, or maybe both sexes, who have messed up families into your life?
Well, men, yeah, I have actually. The two relationships I've been in, they both were terrible with their parents, and and I feel like I've had to try to counsel them, and I don't want to counsel anymore, and I know I'm drawing that in. I'm pulling that in. I must be attracted to that. I don't know. But.
What about your female friends? Do they also come from broken homes?
What was that?
Your female friends, do they also come from broken homes, troubled homes, or does it vary?
There has been. It seems like everybody, I mean, it's like everybody. I talked to Tiffany, Andrea, everybody has things with their fathers. It's their fathers. And also other guy friends. We've all gotten together and we've talked about our fathers, how crappy they are, and there's no example. There's no example, there's no male example for men anymore. It seems like fathers are just going downhill these days. The vanishing father of the 90s, seems like, and 80s, I guess, because we're in our 20s.
What do you think about marriage, and when do you think you'll be ready, and what do you have to have in a man to consider marrying him?
Well, I'd love to get married, but I don't feel like I am ready at all right now. Certainly not for kids.
What would you have to be ready?
God, I don't know. Something. Go through counseling. Something to see if I'm ready. It's like, I think, okay, if a man wants to marry me, of course, you have to feel all the, feelings and da-da-da and da-da-da. And I would never marry somebody within a year, under a year of knowing them. It would have to be at least 2 years that I'm seriously dating them. And they would have to agree to go to premarital counseling for a few months, before, and be totally open to that, and open to change, and open to improvement. I'm not saying, I'm not going to try to change them, but everybody needs to improve all the time. You should want to improve all the time, and if they don't want to, then I can't deal with that, because I'm going to have to, I'll spend my life trying to get them to the counselor, and everything. Because everybody, it's just good. It's good for you, to show to show our children that we're very open, we're communicative, we care about each other so much that we're going to really talk about this, So, and that's not what I've seen.
When is it too long to be in a relationship without, after a while, isn't it too long?
To be in a relationship?
Yeah, without getting married?
Right, yeah.
I'd say 2 years.
It starts to get, yeah. Yeah. I'm just so damn scared to get married, though. It's like, I don't want a divorce, so bad. It's like everybody gets divorced, it seems like, and, my mom was just so in love with my dad, and she still loves my dad. And I know my dad still cares about her, even though they're both married, and he has a child. And I just, oh God, I don't know, marriage, that seems so scary. I've been in this for 3 years, and we don't really even talk seriously about marriage. We have a little bit, and he's just like, no, and he just flips out when we talk about marriage, and he says, I don't want kids, so that right there, it's got to end, because I want children, and he doesn't, but then he goes back and forth, he wavers, he says, well, maybe I do want kids, what is he trying to do, tease me? I don't know, so.
What are the qualities you need in a man to take marriage seriously to him?
To want to be completely open, to go to counseling together, be completely open with his feelings, Not all the time, you know, not everybody can be an open book all the time, but to want to have children, 2 children, I don't want any more than that.
Money. How much money does he need to have, or
Oh,
ambition,
you know,
or
I never really
drive,
thought
or-
about money. Drive, ambition and drive, yes, and for him to like his job, or you know, he doesn't have to make very much money, because I mean, I can work too. I never cared about because people, you know, men with a lot of money, it seems like once they would marry you, it's like that's conquest, you know, because that's how they are, that's why they're rich, you know, so they just have, everything's a conquest to them, I believe. So I wouldn't want to marry a man with lots of money. It seems like I don't feel like I would have enough importance in his life, you know. I want to be number 1. And that's the way it should be. Your mate should be number 1. Your kids should be number 2, family. Number 2, 1 and 2, family. But my father, money was number 1 in his life. He's always been very driven. He's a very ambitious businessman. He's very successful, self-made millionaire, and that's all he cares about. That's all he cares about, is seeing the numbers go up, and that's what happened. It fell apart because of his mistress, which is his business. He would be there for 12 hours a day, and he'd go in on Saturdays too, you know. So we came way down here, you know, my mom and his kids, and there's 5 of us that they had. So I definitely don't want to marry somebody who's, you know, hugely involved with a lot of money in their big business, because you know, that'll never work. So.
What would be the advantages to you and disadvantages of being single? Or tell me the advantages in being single right now compared to being in your relationship.
Right.
What are the advantages of being in your relationship, disadvantages?
Well, the advantages, it's like, I hate being alone. I mean, I am alone a lot. I do have time on my own a lot. But, I mean, and I like that, it's nice. But I don't want to keep going on and on and on and being alone, because when I'm not in a relationship, I'm just alone all the time. You know, I'm just alone a lot. Why? Well, I don't know. I don't really go out a lot, and I don't like to be incredibly social and stuff. I'm just not that way. And so, in a relationship, because I can only concentrate on one person at a time, it seems like. See, I don't like having a lot of friends. I only have a couple friends that I speak with a lot, and then my boyfriend. You know, he would be my best friend, and that would be my boyfriend always happens to be my best friend. Well, the relationship I'm in right now, this is the first time I've had a best friend as a boyfriend. And it seems like that's the way it is, my life now, because it's been going on for 3 years now, so. But, I don't know why I'd want to, and I'd want to stay in it just because, well, I said why I wanted to stay in it.
What would be the advantages of being single now?
Oh, well, the advantages of being single, well, I mean,
Do you
sure.
long for being single at times?
No, I would never do. I never do. It's like, because I really love him. I'm really in love with him, and I want to be with him. And I never long to be single. I never really flirt too much with anybody, and I never really cared to date other people.